Do I say anus? Do I say rectum? Like, I think I'm just gonna say butthole because like I just feel awkward. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Maddie V. If you're new here, hi. If you're old here, hi. I'm Maddie V. It has been such a long time since I've like sat in front of the camera and actually like talked to you guys. It's been like a crazy week. That is kind of the point of this whole video. I kind of want to do a old school chit chat, get ready with me type of thing. I'm not trying to do a long intro today because I actually have somewhere to be. I'm getting ready for my friend Kate's like little, I don't want to call it a bridal shower because I mean it is a bridal shower, but mostly just like a little get together for all of the people in her life that love her to kind of meet each other. I know her fiance's family, but I don't know her family because her family is not from here, so I'm really excited to meet them all. I met her sister on FaceTime last night, but yeah, I'm getting ready for that bridal shower today. But I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about like everything that's been going on. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but if you do, you probably saw that I had like a butt surgery. I know it's really weird, but I'm gonna get into that whole thing. And I also kind of want to talk about like knowing your body, understanding your body, getting proper medical care, because this whole ordeal could have been very avoided, and I wish it had been, but you know, you can't go back in time and change anything. So if anyone is watching this and has like butt issues or any kind of health issues that, you know, haven't been like really taken seriously, I have some tips for you guys. This like new NYX Bear With Me Luminous, oh my god, I just got it everywhere. This luminous tinted skin serum, I'm honestly living for this right now. I really like it. The only thing I absolutely hate is the packaging. Like, I always thought it was like a little dropper, you know, like one that you would like drop on your face. No, it has like an opening like right here, so you have to like drip it on your face like that. So you drip it on. I don't know if I'm doing this right, but like this is like the only way I could figure out how to do it. And then when I first got it, there was only like 3 shades in this, and I was like, okay, NYX, really, like, it's 2021, we need to start doing better about, you know, shade choices. Well, this is like clear, like this stuff is pretty much like literally a tinted serum, so I'm really surprised with the like color match, I guess. Like, it only came in 3 colors, so I chose the medium one, and it actually matches like pretty well because it's like pretty much sheer, but it has a little bit of like luminous tint to it, and then like color, obviously. Anyway, this is not a makeup video. To get started on this whole like butt thing that I've been dealing with, I had an ingrown hair, like, you know, an ingrown hair like on my coochie, and I was like, okay, normally ingrown hairs go away. I like never get ingrown hairs. I don't know what I did to deserve the luckiness of not ever getting them, but I had one, and so I was like, what is this? It is so uncomfortable. So in like the beginning of June, I went like the 2nd or something, I went to the doctor, and I had just moved to like Seattle area, and so I didn't have like a primary care doctor, so I just randomly found one that could get me into a doctor's appointment because I also needed to get like STI tested and just wanted to get like a physical. I ended up getting pap smear, all that fun, schmear, all that fun stuff. But anyway, told her about my ingrown hair, and she was like, well, you know, give it like 6 to 8 weeks, and I think you'll be fine. And I was like, okay, cool, but it like kind of hurts. And she's like, it's not red, it doesn't look infected, it's all good. And I was like, all right. So I waited probably like 7-8 weeks, and over that period of time, like my butt just started hurting so bad. And at one point I felt like a lump like in my butt cheek, and I was like, this is not right, like there's literally something wrong. And so I went to urgent care, and at urgent care I told them, you know, like I have this like really painful lump in my butt, and again. I don't know what it is. It's hard to say. I feel like I'm literally gonna shit my pants all the time, and they're like, yeah, no, like that's an issue. And I'm like, yeah, no, it definitely is. So at urgent care, I went in and the guy was so nice. He was like literally so funny. I was like really insecure about even going to the doctor in general about my like butt issue, because I was like, do I say anus? Do I say rectum? Like, I think I'm just gonna say butthole because like I just feel awkward. He was awesome. Like, he made me feel so comfortable. Like, he was like, you have no idea the crazy stuff we see in the emergency room, or not the emergency room, urgent care. He's like, you need to go to your doctor and you need to get like a CT scan or an ultrasound or something, because there is literally something in your butt / leg that like doesn't belong there. So he put me on antibiotic and told me to go see my doctor like as soon as possible. So the second I got home, I made a doctor's appointment to see a different doctor, because the first doctor had like no availability till like August something, and I could not wait that long. So I went and saw a different doctor, and basically when I went and see that doctor, because I got to see him like the next day or that same day or something like that, he was like, yeah, it looks like you have like a perineal abscess, which is like really weird. And I was like, okay, how do you get that? Like, is that from like doing things? Like, I don't know. I was just like, why would one get this? And he was like, it can be from like a multitude of things. Like, it can be from like, you know, like shaving is a big one, because like you can get like microscopic nicks and cuts, and then those turn into infections, so you might want to start waxing. And he was like, you know, just stay on this antibiotic for the next 10 days and hopefully it'll like flare down, but if not, at your next appointment when you come in 10 days, we're gonna have to like drain it. And I was like, oh my god, I hope I don't have to drain it. And he's like, you know, you might not have to. Like, usually antibiotics are like a good fix for this kind of thing. Like, it can like flare it down. And I was like, okay, cool. So I walked out of there with the antibiotics, and I told myself, you know, I'm not gonna let this. My face is so itchy. I don't know what is on it or what, if I like put my makeup over like cat hair or something, but my face is so itchy. Yeah. There's something on my face. Anyway, but you can get a good look at this NYX tinted serum. Looks great, huh? Okay. Back to what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, anyway, he said if it's not better, you're gonna have to come get it drained. And I was like, okay, well, I didn't want to let that, you know, whole thing stop me from having my hot girl summer that I've been having. So I just like kept carrying on with my life, obviously like not like drinking or anything because I was on antibiotic, but I ended up living life normally. I kept working out. I ended up going like on a yacht. I went on a yacht Sunday and my doctor's appointment was Monday. So I was like literally living my best life, and my butt like hurt. Like, it hurt. It was very painful. It felt like a big like muscle like pain, because there wasn't anything like externally on my butt or anything. Like, it was all inside of my body. And so I had no idea if that was like good or bad. Like, I was just like, at least I can be in a bathing suit. I don't really care. So I had my doctor's appointment that next day, and they were like, I was like, it's actually like worse. Like, it's not getting any better. So yeah, so they were like, we're gonna have to drain it. And I was like, fuck. So I was in the doctor's office, and I was literally like laying down on the thing, and there's like a mirror in front of me, and I was like, oh my god, like staring at myself while they're like looking at my butthole, looking at my butt, looking at everything, and I'm like, this is not gonna be fun. So they like shot local anesthetic in it, and like it started just like draining like right away. So they're like, oh cool, like it's draining right away, like we don't really have to do a whole bunch. So they like drained it. I'm not fucking joking, you guys. Like, that was the most painful thing ever. That was the most painful thing I've ever gone through, the most painful thing I've like ever endured. Like, I was crying, like bawling, crying, like screaming. Like, I had the local anesthetic, but that did like nothing because it was like so deep in my like butt tissue that I was like, this hurts so bad. And they were like, I'm so sorry, like we know how bad this hurts. And I'm like, okay, then like stop maybe. Like, I was literally like tearing up. I have like a really high pain tolerance. Like, I can like, I don't know. I just lost it. And like, I feel like obviously your butt is a very sensitive area too. So that was just really uncomfortable. I knew something was wrong. Like, I knew something was not right when they were like draining it and it hurt that bad. And then when they were like, oh my god, like this is like way bigger than we thought, like blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, I literally told you the urgent care doctor told me that I needed like a CT scan or an ultrasound or something, but whatever. So I got it drained. they packed it, right? So I don't even know really anything about medical terms, but they like put like a little like cotton ball kind of thing in the hole, and then it had like a string, and they're like, you know what, come back in 3 days and we'll look at it again and hopefully it'll be like all better. And I was like, okay, cool. So I went home and I felt fine. Like I was able to like sit in the car and drive home. When I got home, the pain meds like wore off and I was like immediately miserable, immediately in pain. Like I thought I literally was gonna, I don't even know, I thought I was gonna like die. Like I'm not joking, like it hurt so freaking bad. And I got to the point where I like emailed the doctor and I was like, hey, so is this supposed to hurt this bad? Because you didn't tell me anything. Like you kind of like sent me home and told me, you know, take Tylenol, ibuprofen, we'll see you in a couple days. Like they did not prepare me for the fact that this would have been like the most painful thing that I've ever experienced in my life. So he was like, you know what, yeah, let me write you a prescription for what was it, like hydrocodone or something, I don't know. I was like, okay, that's like really aggressive. So he sent me a pain medication prescription and was like, okay, yeah, like we'll see you soon, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay. I took one of those and they honestly, wow, that looks freaking horrible. I took one of them and it did like literally nothing. Like all I felt like was I was gonna just like pass out, like and so I was like, okay, this is not working. I am in serious pain. I work from home, so I had to like sit down or like lay on my stomach to work, and my back was just like hurting so bad. And so I decided, you know, I think I need to go to the hospital tomorrow or something. Like there was just something in my mind where I was like, this is not right. Like there's something seriously wrong. That looks really bad, but we're just like gonna pretend that, you know, I know how to do makeup. I look like I have a dirty face. Anyway, so the next morning I could not hold my pee in. I could not hold my pee in. Ended up being that the abscess was like so large that it was like pushing on my bladder or something. So I told my roommate, I said, we're going to the hospital. She took me to the emergency room and I was like, let's go. She's seriously the best. Like she took me to urgent care. She took like a whole day off work. She stayed with me until they were like, absolutely, like you cannot go any further, like, which is basically before I went into like the operating room. The doctor saw me, he like pulled out the packing. Remember the packing that I was telling you about? He pulled that out and it just started like spewing fluid and he was like, whoa. And I was like, yeah, like it hurt so bad. I was like crying. I was like, oh my God. Literally when he pulled out that packing, that was the moment where I was like, I cannot believe this is happening to me. He pulled it out and it hurt so bad. So he was like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna have to do a CT scan for sure. We're gonna have to go in and see how big this thing is because I can drain this, but if we can't get it all, then it's gonna like keep happening. And then he was like, when we get the CT scan back, if it's at a place where like I literally can't get it like manually, like we're gonna have to go in surgically. And I was like, shit, I really hope that that's not the case. So I was in the hospital for a really long time. I was there actually overnight. I took my CT scan, I got it back, and they were like, yep, definitely gonna need surgery. So the general surgeon came in and he was awesome. My team was like amazing. I'm pretty sure they said that like my whole team was Koreans, like my surgeon, my OR nurse, my anesthesiologist. Like I felt very like safe. I felt like I was in good care, good hands, and like everything at Overlake Hospital was like amazing. Like I was really impressed by my care because I've gone to hospitals where things haven't been so great. I've had like abscess problems in the past, not in my butt, but that's another story time for another time, my other abscess. But yeah, so basically I went into surgery. Everything was great. Everything was fine. Everything was super, you know, easy, painless. I thought that I'd feel worse after surgery, like recovery and whatever, but I felt immediately 100% better. I don't know if it was like the aggressive pain meds I was on or what, but I felt tip top, like I was ready to go to the clubs. Like I felt amazing. Like the amount of pressure and pain that I had been in for the past like weeks. I also forgot to mention, well, I did kind of mention, but like June 2nd to like the end of July is how long my butt was like hurting. I went to Palm Springs. I like was working out. I like kept trying to live my normal life because the doctor told me, you know, 6 to 8 weeks. And I was like, shit, I should have listened to myself, but I didn't. The amount of just like relief I had was like insane. So I got to stay in the hospital overnight. Not got to, like it was a yay thing, but I had to stay in the hospital overnight. Went home the next day and recovered a little bit. I was able to go to like a Mariners game on Sunday after I got released from the hospital, which was on Thursday, and I really felt just a lot better. And like I got a sitz bath like thing to take home to just like relieve pain and like keep my butt area clean. I literally had to shower like 5 times a day because I was like, I am keeping this incision clean. Like I literally cleaned my incision like 25 times a day. Like I really want to get a bidet. Butt health is very important. I learned from the doctor, you need to keep your butt healthy because that's like one thing that keeps like your gut healthy, and your gut is like keeps you healthy, and it affects like your skin and your nails and everything, your brain. So I was like, okay, noted. Yeah, it was like a crazy ass experience. I'm gonna do my eyebrows with offish camera. Don't look at me. But I could not believe that I went from just having a pain in my butt to needing surgery. And like this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about, like knowing your body. If you're having like butt problems, and this is very specific, obviously, like not every person is gonna have a, you know, perineal abscess, but if you happen to just come across this video and you're like, wow, I think I have one too, don't go to your primary care provider and get it drained until you absolutely know that it's like superficial, because mine was not superficial. Like the fact that I needed like a whole ass CT scan to get my full imaging of my abscess meant that I probably shouldn't have been in a doctor's office laying on my stomach, letting someone stab my asshole and literally squeezing things out. That for me was like, I probably should have been like, yeah, no, but I trust doctors. But the biggest thing I took away is that like a doctor that gets C's is still a doctor, you know? Like you can go to a doctor that gets A's, top of their class, they're a doctor, but like at the end of the day, they're all doctors. Like you go to a doctor no matter like how shitty someone does in doctorate school or doctor school or whatever it's called. Not to like, going to be a doctor is hard, but like sometimes there's just bad doctors out there. And not that my doctors were necessarily bad doctors, I just don't feel like they knew like the extent of what was going on, and that could have been very dangerous. The recovery process was great, if you were wondering. Like it was pretty quick and easy. I mean, I don't know like if I just like mentally was like, I cannot be down and out, like I have to keep going, I have to keep my body, you know, strong, I have to keep doing things normally, because I didn't want to get into some like hole of feeling like, oh poor me, like I'm stuck like ever getting my surgery. I was like, nope, we're gonna keep going, because I have noticed about myself in the past, and this is like why I'm like starting anew, new beginnings, as Ramona Singer would say. I'm just like keep going. I'm not letting things like get me down, because I get super emo. Like I'll let one thing get to me and then I like lay in bed for like 5 days and I'm like, I hate myself. But that's just a me thing. But I'm getting over that. Something I'm working through. I got my tube drain thing removed out of my butt on Thursday, and the lady was like, looks great, keep things out of your butt, get your things, like get your vagina waxed, like you're all good. Just, you know, if it comes back, come here, do not go to your old doctor, come here please. And I was like, noted, yes ma'am. And yeah, so basically that is the whole story about my butt abscess. I am so happy that is over with. I literally can't believe that happened, but it's just a small bump in the road, you know, a little fun story to tell. Something weird, like very Maddie-esque that happens to me. I don't know what it is about me, but like when something is wrong, I always end up in the hospital. I don't know why like doctors don't ever believe me when I'm in pain or whatever, but it's like really annoying. But I'm okay. It actually was like kind of a learning experience, and like I said, if you have any seriously like health concerns and one doctor is not doing it for you, or they, you know, tell you it's fine, go to another doctor, get a second opinion, get referrals to doctors from friends, from other doctors, from people that you trust, because that's like really like the healthcare system is kind of whack in that sense of like you can just go see any doctor and you never know what you're gonna get. But thank you guys so much for listening to me rant about my butt abscess. I literally have not stopped talking about it for the past like week, because it is just the most random weird thing that's like happened to me in a long time. So I don't know, I just thought it was like kind of funny and like not funny at the time, funny now, but yeah. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to call your mom, call your dad, wear a mask if you want to, get vaccinated if you want to, do whatever you want, live your best life, kiss your cat on the head for me, water your plants, and don't be an asshole. Love you guys, bye.